Welcome to CSNT training, session 1.1, Introduction to ABA. What is ABA? ABA is the science of behavior. It's devoted to understanding and improvement of human behaviors. We aim to improve lives by teaching new skills, new behaviors, and to increase appropriate behaviors and to terminate or decrease existing inappropriate behaviors. Now, ABA is a scientific approach to understand behavior. There's an empirical approach in which we emphasize on observation and experience. It is a training method with focus on behavior changes and how it affects in relations to one's environment. Main goals of ABA is to establish and enhance social significant behaviors. And we cover a wide variety of skills. We're looking at social communication, daily living skills, academic achievements, and mostly we're aiming to increase independence. By teaching all these skills, we're looking to improve the quality of life for not just the student themselves, but the caretakers, maybe parents, grandparents, relatives, even helpers. And what we're looking for is to help others achieve meaningful outcomes. Now, the skills that we teach, as I listed earlier, are quite diverse, and they need to be relatable to improve the person's immediate environment. When we're talking about appropriateness, we're looking at maybe age and maybe even regional differences. So if I'm teaching social skills to, let's say, a 3-year-old, I may be teaching them to do parallel play, where they learn to tolerate one another sitting next to each other, playing the same toys, and not fighting. And if I'm teaching, let's say, a teenager proper social skills, I may be teaching them how to boast, how to um, point out what they're good at. Regional differences would be, if we're in Asia, I might teach someone to say hi or greet someone by nodding their head, waving, saying what's up. Whereas, let's say if I'm in Italy, I may teach someone to maybe kiss someone on the cheek. And you wouldn't do that here because regionally in Hong Kong, for example, it wouldn't be socially appropriate. So definitely it needs to be applicable even by region. And what we teach, like I said, should hold significance for the students to make positive changes. So not just according to what we feel is correct, and it must be something that's applicable to the immediate environment, and we need to observe and see what the outcome is. Now, what does ABA do? So if you see the 3 panels, we're looking at establishing new behavior, increasing existing desirable behavior, and then decreasing existing undesirable behavior. What we're really looking at is eradicating inappropriate behavior at the same time teaching replacement skills. Now, imagine if you have a student who's thirsty for water and the immediate behavior they engage in is screaming, and that definitely is not the correct way to communicate. So therefore, we may teach the student to stop screaming immediately, so that terminates the inappropriate behavior. But that doesn't end the process because it doesn't address the function of the behavior originally, which is to communicate for water. So on top of just teaching them to stop screaming, we may need to teach a replacement skill, which is to request, to communicate. So if it's a nonverbal child, we may use PECS, Picture Exchange Communication System, where the student may exchange a card in order to request for what they want. We can also teach them how to use gestures to point to the water. And if it's a student that has verbal capabilities, we may teach them to, initially maybe to imitate the word and copy us and say it, or even to spontaneously request. And so that would be the whole process. We stop the inappropriate behavior and we teach a replacement skill.